This tutorial will take a look at how to use the distributive property to expand an expression. An expression, we have one written down here. It's right here as an example, is negative 3 times x plus 5. This is called an expression. The difference between an expression and an equation, an expression doesn't have equal to something. An equation, it becomes an equation when we add a second side to it. This is now an equation, but right now, just as it is, negative 3 times x plus 5 is an expression. And how we use the distributive property here is we can say that this negative 3 here is being multiplied by x, it's being distributed throughout the rest, and it's being multiplied by 5. So we can write this as negative 3, I'll use a dot to represent times, negative 3 times x plus negative 3 times 5. Alright? The dot simply replaces the multiplication sign so that we don't confuse the x with the multiplication sign. So this question can now be written like this. Negative 3x minus 15, because negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. And that's how we expand this question. Alright? And so when we're using the distributive property in section 6.4, all we're looking to do is to expand the expression so that the number being multiplied outside the 2 in the brackets is distributed evenly throughout. Let's do another example here. If we have 6 times x minus 3, alright, we're just simply going to use the distributive property. We're going to say 6 times x and it minus 6 times 3, alright? And we always have to think of negative times negative, negative times positive. Right now this is positive 6 times positive x, which is equal to 6x, and then 6 times negative 3 here, alright, equals negative 18. And that's how we expand this expression. Right? But what happens here if we have negative 4 times, let's say, 2a minus 7? Alright, what are we going to do here? We'll still use the distributive property here. We're going to go negative 4 times 2a, and we're going to get a negative 4 times negative 7. And so what that becomes is negative 4 times 2a is the same as saying negative 8a. And we have negative 4 times negative 7. A negative times a negative is a positive, so our answer is positive 28. So we have negative 8a plus 28 is the expanded expression. And that's what you're looking for using the distributive property.